Levi, the son of Jacob. Levi, whose name means attached or joined, was the third son born to Jacob and Leah. His mother Leah hoped that his birth would finally cause her husband Jacob to become attached to her, as she continued to feel unloved in comparison to her sister Rachel. While his early life details are scarce, Levi, along with his full brother Simeon, became infamous for a violent act that deeply disturbed their father. This event occurred after the abduction and rape of their sister Dinah by Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite chieftain of the land. Although Shechem and his father sought to make amends by proposing marriage to Dinah and suggesting intermarriage between their peoples, Simeon and Levi devised a deceptive and brutal plan. They agreed to the union on the condition that all the males in Shechem city be circumcised, pretending it was a religious requirement for intermarriage. While the men were in pain and recovering from the circumcision, Simeon and Levi, taking their swords, entered the city, killed every male, including Shechem and Hamor, and rescued Dinah. They then plundered the city, taking women, children, and possessions. Jacob was horrified by their actions, condemning their cruelty and fearing the wrath of the surrounding Canaanite tribes. He declared, "You have brought trouble upon me by making me odious to the inhabitants of the land." This violent episode had lasting consequences for Levi and his descendants. On his deathbed, Jacob cursed the anger and fierce wrath of Simeon and Levi, prophesying that they would be scattered in Israel. Despite this dark episode, Levi's story takes a remarkable turn that leads to the priestly lineage. During the incident of the golden calf on Mount Sinai, when the Israelites had apostatized while Moses was on the mountain, Levi and his descendants distinguished themselves by their zeal for the Lord. When Moses called out, "Who is on the Lord's side? Come to me," it was the sons of Levi who rallied to him. They then carried out Moses' command to execute those who had defied God, slaying about 3,000 people. For their faithfulness and zeal in purging idolatry from Israel, they were consecrated to the Lord. This act of obedience and loyalty led to a unique blessing and a special role for the tribe of Levi. They were set apart by God for sacred service. Unlike the other tribes, the Levites did not receive an inheritance of land among their brothers. Instead, the Lord is their inheritance. They were responsible for the care of the tabernacle and later the temple, and for performing various religious duties. For the tribe of Levi came to the priestly line of Aaron, who served as high priests, offering sacrifice and mediating between God and the people. The Levites were also responsible for teaching the law and maintaining the religious order of Israel. Levi's transformation from a participant in a violent act to the father of the consecrated tribe highlights redemption and divine selection and the powerful role of obedience. His life demonstrates that God's plans can unfold through individuals, even those with significant flaws, and that faithfulness can lead to profound blessing and a unique calling.
Subscribe to the channel or St. Nicholas will slap you when you get to heaven.
There is no reason a good Christian girl who wants to get married should not be able to get married. Maybe the problem is you. Maybe you have taken on too much of the world, too many of their ideas, and you've become something that men today are rejecting, and rightfully so, because maybe you're the problem. And if you're willing to face that fact, you're in the right place. Let not your heart be troubled, because this can be repaired, restored, and renewed. Let's look at the themes from Levi's story. There was zeal and impulsive violence. Early in his life, Levi demonstrated fierce zeal that, when misdirected, led to extreme violence against Shechem and the city. Consequences for sin and his transformation. Jacob's curse prophesied scattering due to Levi and Simeon's violence. While Simeon's tribe diminished, Levi's scattering was transformed into a blessing, being scattered among the tribes to serve as priests and teachers. Divine selection and consecration. Despite his past, Levi's descendants were chosen and set apart for sacred service to God, illustrating God's sovereignty and ability to choose. Loyalty and obedience. The Levites' decisive action against idolatry at Sinai showcased their unwavering loyalty to the Lord, which earned them their unique priesthood role. Lack of land inheritance and divine provision. The Levites did not receive a territorial inheritance, symbolizing their complete reliance on God and their sustenance through the offering of the other tribes. Theme number 6, the role of the priesthood. Levi's life story is foundational to understanding the establishment and importance of the priesthood and the role of religious service in ancient Israel.
Subscribe to the channel or St. Nicholas will slap you when you get to heaven.
The truth is this, it is quite easy to get married. It is quite easy to get a good man to marry you and to actually have a good relationship and get married and have a good marriage. I'll let you in on a little secret. The problem is not the men actually. My Christian sisters, do not fret. You need to take action and you need to understand what you're doing to get the best results. Not to manipulate, not to try and get an angle, and not for selfish means, but to be the sort of person that gets a good man and that man wants to marry you and you actually have a good marriage.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
So let's look at 20 key points from Levi's life. The scripture references are below. Levi was the third son of Jacob and Leah, the brother of Simeon, involved in the vengeance on Shechem. He acts with fierce anger and cruel wrath. Jacob condemns their action. He was cursed by Jacob on his deathbed. His tribe rallies to Moses during the golden calf incident. The Levites execute idolatrous Israelites. He was consecrated for service to the Lord. The tribe of Levi is chosen for tabernacle or temple service. They have no allotment of land. The Lord is their inheritance. Their livelihood comes from tithes and offerings. They're responsible for the care of the tabernacle and the temple. The priesthood comes from his line, Aaron's descendants. They serve as teachers of the law. Cities of refuge were designated for them. Moses blesses the tribe of Levi. Their scattering becomes a blessing, and they are foundational to Israel's religious life. The Levites become central to the worship, teaching, and judicial system of Israel. Levi, son of Jacob. So there you are, Christian, alone, unmarried, and getting on in years. Ladies, have you ever thought maybe you're the problem? Have you ever thought to yourself, perhaps there's something I don't understand. Perhaps there's something I just am not getting, something I don't know. Because every single day, let me tell you, madam, you walk past many men, you interact with many men, and you live in a world full of them. But not one can take you as a wife. There you are, a Christian girl trying to get married, but no one is marrying you. Where have the good men gone? Hookup culture has torn apart society. The way people interact is confusing and strange. But at the end of the day, the world is full of men. And a lot of them are Christian men, but no one is marrying you. Perhaps there's something you don't know. Perhaps there's something you don't understand. Perhaps you're lacking something. Yes, the problem is you.
Subscribe to the channel or St. Nicholas will slap you when you get to heaven.